Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and all of my baggage droppers around the world, welcome to another episode of the Drop Your Baggage Podcast update with my man right here, Marcell Jackson. And Marcell came onto the show and he released and let go of his limiting belief that I'm not good enough. And man, oh man, it's the first time that we've seen each other since the podcast, and I just been excited. I told him as soon as I saw him, give him a big old virtual hug. What's up, bro? Hey, bro, please tell the audience, man, how you been? Did I just tell you, like, how you been, bro?
I'm good. Actually, had a birthday since the last time we spoke, so 32 rotations around the sun. So it's pretty cool. Right after we spoke, it's kind of already in a more of a reflection state and everything else. Of course, around birthdays, how, end of the year, all that other stuff, right? You just start to, like, certain milestones, you just start to think and reflect. So it was kind of good not to carry that into 32 with me. So
Amen. Real talk. So, like, have you seen a difference within your mindset and any shifts in how your thought patterns are nowadays?
Yeah, actually, I have. I've been told I'm a little stubborn, not willing to just let things go, let things be, right? But I've noticed in a couple just situations, just something's not going my way, or maybe I didn't do the best possible thing in that moment. It's just like, I'm just like, okay, cool, that was a moment, and I'm on to the next one, right? Versus going and reevaluating and everything. Like, I'm an engineer, so I'm analytical, so I'm an overthinker by nature. So so instead of pondering on things, I just find myself just kind of letting go and just releasing and kind of moving on. So it's been a little liberating in that regard. So yeah.
Heck yeah. Like, so how long would you kind of analyze the old before we did the process?
It depends. It depends on how much time I had that day. It also depends. Like, I don't know, some things just kind of stay in your mind a little bit longer than others. So usually I would try to go back to things that happened a couple months ago or something, just going reflecting and bringing it back up or whatever, or feeling the same thing over and over again. So yeah, not a lot of that going on right now.
Love it. So, like, as you are like doing like tasking and you're not going into this like downward spiral, do you find yourself feeling the old trigger, or your mind doesn't even go there anymore?
No, my mind doesn't go there. Hey, it's just like, okay, cool. It's a moment. So I think I kind of embraced that a little bit more.
Yeah.
And just like, it's a moment. So I think that's been those simple words been I guess a lot more powerful than what I thought.
So just it's a moment and then staying in the present.
Yeah. So yeah, and just it already happened. Like, okay, cool. Like, so yeah.
Have you seen a difference in your performance with your businesses and organizations and everything?
Not a ton.
Okay, no worries. Yeah, that's all good. Can you describe maybe a different type of peace with knowing that stuff is in the past? Is it something that helps you within any other part of your life besides career-wise or anything like that?
Yeah, I would just say, just one just personally, because I'm like, it's enough that's about to happen throughout the day, right? Stuff we don't even know that's about to come up. So focus on the past is not really helpful for me in that regard. Yeah, I can say, I don't know, maybe it's a gravitational thing. So like, I haven't really, spent too much time or energy doing it, so I can't think of anything like immediately. But yeah, I think the biggest one is just personally, right? Because it's a lot of personal things that I go and hold on to or held on to. So it's probably the biggest thing for me.
That's what's up. You've always had like a great relationship with your parents and everything. Has that like maximized and gotten even better as well?
Not to say it necessarily got better, but I'm just approaching it with a different mindset, right? So we talked about my dad and feeling like I'm not really, good enough for meeting his expectations or him being proud and everything else. So it's like now, talking, it's just a different energy. It's just like, I'm not necessarily like relying on that. So it's just like, so I think I'm able to approach it a little bit differently. I'm able to approach it with a little bit more, a little bit more laughter, a little bit more peace, knowing that, the outcome is just like, okay. I will be okay. Yeah. So I think in that regard, so not to say like, oh, now we're like the closest thing, like, nah, like we're close, right? We talk, right, all the time, right? But it's just, I think talking with the expectation of like, hey, I let this person down, or I might do something, right? Or I did something that disappointed them, and they're not proud versus like, it was a moment. If I wasn't able to do some stuff or whatever that might be, like it happened, it's over. So I think it's just a little bit more of a just carefreeness that I can just approach with my parents.
That's amazing. I know how it feels personally because I did the same thing with my mom. Like my mom raised us as a single parent, so she was always on the pedestal. Like there's my grandma, and then there's my mom. Like Nana, of course, is a close second. My grandma, but my mom was up there. She could do no wrong, or she was supposed to one to know it all. And then when I kind of took her off this pedestal and just looked at her as a divine expression of the creator that was having a human experience, I saw that we had a better relationship because I could talk to her like that parent, like that person, instead of like that idol. You know what I mean? And then my mom's amazing because she went through the process as well. So she saw me not as like that son, that idol of a son, but also she saw me as that person that I am, just living my human experience as well. So with that bond and us coming together like that, and that it's a different perspective, man, it was so freeing to just kind of relate to one another in so many ways, but also to see like, hey, you went through your fair share baggage and I went through mine, and we're here together, and that's what matters.
Exactly. Doing the best we can. At the end of the day, that's powerful, man, for you and your mom to share that moment.
Yeah, and for you to share these moments with your dad now too, though, like, I mean, of course, like you said, y'all were close and everything before, but to now like talk to him without kind of like a weight, you know what I mean? It like an unknown weight in the conversation is huge.
Exactly.
It's huge.
Yep, exactly.
Is there anything that now you want to do, or that you found an opportunity in you doing that you didn't think of before, that may have been a result of you getting rid of this limiting belief?
Yeah, right. Because it's like, once you know better, you do better, right? So as far as that, just being, intentional with my son and how I parent him, it's just as he goes, as he does things. I mean, he's almost 3, right? So they run around, they do stuff, right? They're still trying to figure it out. They're testing boundaries, right? But just letting them know, like, hey, cool, that behavior was wrong. Nothing is wrong with you. Like, you didn't do anything wrong. Like, cool. Like, hey, even though I didn't like your behavior, right? So let's focus on that and do everything else. So let's kind of do that. So he doesn't necessarily fall into that same pattern of feeling like, he's not good enough, or, he's not living up to expectations and everything. So I think kind of having that, and then him getting that in early at 2 and then continuing on that path, like he'll be fine.
Yeah.
And nobody tell him nothing.
Exactly. He won't have to come to Uncle Charles for a thing. You know what I mean?
Exactly. So yeah,
just wow. That's super powerful for you to, we all have ambitions of doing something different than the generations before us. So like now you're giving him that opportunity to know that he's good enough from the get-go, the opportunity that you didn't have, that wasn't necessarily presented to you in the way that it could have been, and now you're bringing that to him, and then that's going to carry on from generation to generation. You're starting a new trend, bruh.
Exactly. Changing mindsets, man.
Oh, that's
new
deep.
Programming. New program.
I
don't know the full term, but I'm just gonna say new program.
nah, let's go. That's what's up.
Yeah,
that's awesome, man. Well, thank you for showing up for your divine time, man. Like I say with everybody, like you answer my DM. You know what I mean? And you showed up for your divine appointment, this blessing that came upon you. So I just really want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for allowing me to be a blessing, and for being on the podcast, bro. Like, congratulations. We have another Drop Your Baggage podcast alumni right here, baby. Baggage dropper in the house.
Yeah. Thanks for having me.
My pleasure. Hey, I'm gonna talk to the audience. Thank you all so much for your attention and your support. You all know that I love you all so much for everything. If you like this video, please consider hitting the like and subscribe button. Until next time on the Drop Your Baggage podcast, where we talk to people that are dope, that can bring you hope and show you a technique that can help you cope. You guys take care of yourself and take care of one another. Peace.